Right, I wasn't going to talk about it. I had no plans on making a video about Canelo, but earlier today, all right, I'm going through my my Twitter and YouTube and Facebook, and I saw this picture, and I'm like, oh, what is Chuck Norris doing on my boxing channel rather? I mean, I was like, I literally thought it was Chuck Norris, okay? And I looked, I was like, "Oh, that's Canelo." Like, I mean, what is going on here? It's like this guy is transformed into this little, pasty pale redheaded kid to like this, Chuck Norris looking like lumberjack, right? I mean, and look, I'm pretty sure they're testing. Like, are they testing? Can somebody look into that? I mean, maybe I'm not doing my job. Like, I looked into it, and they, from what I've heard, they are both testing and have been tested multiple times. So, but wow, look, let me just show you a couple of pictures here. Now, does it intimidate me? No, not really. Do I think it's going to intimidate Gennady Golovkin? No. I mean, look, it's not a bodybuilding contest. It's not a bodybuilding contest. It's a boxing match, right? So these muscles mean nothing in boxing. So to me, again, I think it's the wrong plan for Canelo. They should have kept him just like he was with Chavez. Maybe put on a little bit of bulk, maybe a little, a pound or two. But I think Canelo, he's going to come in at what, 180. I mean, it looks crazy. He's probably going to come in like a Daniel Jacobs, around that weight. I mean, that is crazy for a guy. What is he, 5'9", I believe? I mean, wow. And what is this? He can't acclimate like Oscar De La Hoya. Like, oh, he needs time to acclimate. He looks acclimated to me, right? As well as acclimated as you can get, right there. Uh, but yeah, like I said, I saw him on my Facebook group, and I thought I'm not even joking. Like, I literally thought it was Chuck Norris, and then I was going through YouTube, and Muscle Magazine, had this headline like, get ripped like Canelo, get biceps like Canelo and get muscle like Canelo. Like the dude is all over like all these like muscle YouTube channels and these like, hardcore like meathead, workout dudes that and nothing against those guys. I'm just saying like some of them are really hardcore, and but they're now like featuring Canelo, which is crazy to me. So look, yeah, I mean, here's well, the pictures you're looking at here, these are very current, okay? They came out on Instagram, I believe, like today or maybe last night, okay? But like this is during the last open work, or that one was during the last open workout. That's whenever they met up with Max Kellerman. So I have a couple in here that I want to show you just as kind of like a comparison, and I'm going to make the video really quick. But like right here, I mean, this is typically, what we're used to seeing Canelo look like. I mean, pretty much like that 155-pound Canelo, right? That weighs in at 155, and then and we all know he comes in the ring at like 170. But I mean, man, I mean, and not only that, how is he going to make middleweight with all this bulk on? I mean, so he's like putting all this bulk on, then he's going to drain back down to make the 160, and then that's just not good either. So I don't really, I don't quite understand what they're doing. But I mean, look at this. It looks like some kind of, I mean, it doesn't even look like Canelo. It looks like some, I don't even know, like Conor McGregor. Like, it's just crazy to me, this body transformation. I mean, this is a dramatic body transformation. This isn't like, you don't see this. This is very rare. Okay. Now, of course, we've seen, like Crawford and like Manny Pacquiao, even like Timothy Bradley. They have that ability to get really ripped overnight, and they have that, just a dramatic body transformation. But this right here is probably one of the most dramatic transformations I've ever seen, hands down, in boxing. I mean, can you think of a different one? Like, seriously, I cannot think of any fighter that has gone from, looking like, let's see, looking like, well, here, look right here. This was during the Chavez fight, okay, which he was pretty bulked up there too. But let me get back. I mean, looking basically like that right there, okay. Sorry, guys, I have bat allergies. I mean, look at this picture here. I mean, this is the Canelo I'm accustomed to looking at, right? You know, something like that. You know, maybe a little bigger in his career. Like right here, I thought he was pretty big during the Kirkland fight. I mean, look at this picture right here. I mean, look at this Canelo. Okay, I mean, you want to talk about a body transformation. You know, people like to bring up Manny Pacquiao, well, which I'm not going to get into. I've already made an entire video talking about his transition. But going from let me back it up. Let me back it up. Going from that right here, this little scrawny little redheaded kid, to Chuck Norris, it's crazy to me. So wow, I mean, I need to figure out what gym he's at, or like what's your secret, dude? I mean, there's guys all over the world that try to get that type of body and that kind of transformation, and they spend years at it and they can't get those kind of results. So, I don't know. I don't know. Something is really odd here. Something is really, really odd, and it wouldn't surprise me. As somebody like Pop Dirty, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I was gonna try to not even mention it, but I mean, you cannot have this kind of body transfer. And look, I'm not worried. I'm not scared. I think Gennady Golovkin is going to knock him. And to me, like I said, this works against him. This is all show no go. Like I said, it's not a bodybuilding contest. Same thing I said about Anthony Joshua. This is boxing. Okay, all these muscles. I mean, it means nothing. And to me, maybe it's a sign of insecurity, a sign of weakness, right? Like he needs to bulk up, like to put that armor on to make him, to give him like a security blanket to go in there and fight Gennady Golovkin. So I don't know, guys. I'm gonna leave it at that. I mean, just a quick unscripted video I wanted to share with you guys. I mean, wow, what do you think? Let me run through them real quick, and I'll cut it off. But it's just incredible to me.